Ooh, hey, guess who's back? How long has it been since I recorded an episode? I don't know. 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Feels like a long time. It's been a long time. I've been losing motivation day by day. Um, it's been not like the worst rough that I've ever had by any stretch. But yeah, really just not wanting to do things, not wanting to do anything. Um, so, yeah, but here I am. I came back. I just went for a run in the rain because I had to run. It's Saturday, and Saturday is a running day, and it didn't look like the rain was going to let up at any point. So I went, and I'm sitting in the car, wet and a little bit energized, I think, because of the run, because of the rain, because of the chilliness, all in all. And, I told Nora that I was going to try to record a podcast today. And so here I am, tickling your earbuds with my dulcet tones. Not quite sure what I'm going to get into for this episode, but we're going to do something. So, you know what? It's Saturday, April 24th, 2021. And as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. So, yeah, it's almost the end of April already. Wow, 2021 is a third over, just about. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, after last year, it just seemed to drag on, and this year isn't much different. At the start, as far as pandemic and being at home and things you can and can't do and all that. Um, but maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel for pandemic, and I've got my first shot. I think I've talked about this, but I don't know. It could be a month since I talked last. I don't know. Uh, yeah. So, things are, I talk with my girls about, boy, it's just this morning. It's going to be weird when people don't have to wear masks when they're out, right? To see like people's whole faces. Like there are people that I know, not like deep close friends, but people that I work with, or whatever, and who I don't have any idea what their mouth looks like, right? I work, yeah, it's just weird. It's weird. It's gonna seem strange. I think maybe not. Maybe we're resilient. People are resilient. Maybe we'll just bounce right back. But yeah. So yeah, a third over. Wow. But so I opened up. I mentioned that I've been struggling, and it's true. It's true. My motivation has been really, really poor lately, and I haven't done a lot besides work and run. Go to physical therapy, go to therapy, and I mean, the things that I have to do, I guess, I'm still doing them. When we start getting into more gray areas, like doing the laundry or doing yard work or washing the dishes or emptying the dishwasher or whatever, that's where I get into not really finding the energy to do those things. So, and I think about when I'm at work and I think about getting home, and if my girls aren't here, it's just, okay, I'm going to get home and I'm just going to plop in front of the TV and that's it. And I don't want to do anything else. And this isn't unique to me. Probably most of you feel this way, from time to time, if not all the time. And, but yeah, it's just been blah, a lot of blah. And, I don't know. This goes back. I mean, I've been talking about kind of like things trending the wrong way for, I don't know, a couple months now. So, I'm in nowhere near like sit down with Nora and say, hey, sweetheart, something, I don't know what, but something has to change. I need help. I need additional help. Like, I'm not at that point right now. And I don't necessarily foresee that point is coming, but, who knows? But till something changes or mood lifts, I'll keep doing the things that I need to be doing, taking my medicine, going to therapy, working, trying to do at least to the bare minimum, so I can say that each day was somewhat successful, right? So yeah, so that's going on. I don't know. I mean, things are, all in all, right? I would expect that my mood would be improving, right? Like, physical therapy is, I think I'm at a plateau. I think I'm at a point where maybe I'm not going to get more better. But it's at a markedly improved position than where I was before I started therapy. Actual therapy is moving along, and, we're talking about big things, and maybe making, I don't know, discoveries isn't the word I want to use, but gaining insight into kind of how my mind works. And, so that's going well. I mean, work is going well. My bosses are saying the right things, that they are impressed by me, that like what I'm doing. They want to see more, they see better things, bigger things in my future, blah, blah, blah. Things are status quo at home, which is good, right? It's status quo is a good situation. I'm very fortunate with the home life that I have with Nora. I see my kids as often as I can. I talk with my older girls on the phone. There's not, that's the thing with depression, right? It's not, there's situational depression, and where things are bad in life, and so that takes a toll on our emotions, our emotional well-being. And then there's just depression, which is unfounded. I don't know, but in spite of the good things, that it's not there. And that's kind of what this is. And I think I've had a little bit of both in my life, and I would say that for a good deal of my adult life, probably I had a little bit of both, right? Like situational, but also this kind of overarching, general depressive state, which is the kind of the persistent depressive disorder, PTD, usually used to be known as dysthymia, and major depressive disorder recurring, right? That's like the big episode. Just makes it sound like it's an afternoon, but kind of like those times when the bottom just falls out. And I think I'm just at this persistive level of that. One of the things, I've talked about this TikTok thing, and so I've jumped in and I've made videos, and I've just a very small group of people who seem to like my videos. It's small, right? Small, like fewer than 10, small. Or at least that I see interact with me in some way, like, or comment or something. And like TikTok was fun for a little bit, right? And now I'm just like, like I told my girls, like I think I found the boring side of TikTok. Um, at least that's what it feels like. And I know it was new and it was a fad, so that's not necessarily that I was gonna jump in and stay with it. But I'm gonna keep trying. It's another outlet. It's another way to reach people to maybe help someone else. But that was reflective of my mood. I think, like, it's just not doing it for me. Like I don't know. I mean, I get on my phone and I have like Instagram that I'll check that because I'll see pictures or something from friends and whatever. And then I've got TikTok that I'll go on and check, and Facebook, of course. But like I don't. It's most like it's a routine. It's a habit just to kind of open up Facebook and see if there are any notifications and okay, what's going on in the Run the Year group, who's posted, who's having success, or maybe my mom posted something or whatever. Facebook is weird in how it notifies you of stuff going on. I mean, there's that, and then there's like a couple different word games that I do, and that's it. Like that's, it's utilitarian. It's not enjoyable, right? It's just, I do that, and I have a work app on my phone that I'm in 8 hours a day when I work, and that's it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this mood, what to make of, I know, like, I have less interest in communicating with folks, and I've gotten really poor at it, and it seems to be a common theme, a running scenario ever since I've had folks interacting with me through the podcast. There's a couple people, Sophie, Arielis, Ted, and a few people who I interact with semi-regularly, but in general, it's not the heyday of where I had like 20 text message threads going out and people I was interacting with and invested in, and yeah, I mean, I wish I could get back into that, but I just don't. I mean, I think a big part of it comes from my end, right? Like, hey, how you doing, so and so? And oh, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? And I just I'm meh, and then that's it. Like, who wants to reply to that? So conversations really just die before they even get a chance to start. So yeah, I don't know. Am I complained enough? I feel like I'm complaining a lot. So the running is going. I'm at like 5K every time I run. Tomorrow's Sunday, which, back when I was a runner, so-called runner, Sundays would be the long day. So I will, run 4 miles tomorrow, which is, almost 5K is 3.1 miles. So almost a mile farther. And then, maybe next week I try like 5 miles and do 5 miles for, a long run for a few weeks, and then bump it up to 6 if I can, or whatever. So, I mean, that's moving along. It's at a better place than where I was in February. That's for sure. So woohoo for that. So back to therapy, right? So we're really, we are spending a lot of time talking about this possible alexithymia and, this inability to recognize, if not experience, emotions. And I was on the walk back from a run last week, maybe, and like, I was thinking about it. Like I'd had a good run, and you know, quantitatively a good run as far as speed, and I didn't feel terrible and whatever. And like I thought, I should feel good about this, and like I had the thought, like, what? How do you like what? Why would you feel good about something? What would give you the right to feel good about something, you turd? Um, and so like I was thinking about that for a while, and you know I have this self-esteem problem, and this AVPD, and there's the voices that depression has created in my head, and like I wonder when it comes to positive emotions if it's become just second nature to shut them down and not even like entertain them because who am I to be able to experience pleasure or, self-confidence or pride. It's almost like pride is a bad word. And, there's definitely there's some negative ways to be prideful, right? But to be proud of yourself is not a bad thing, but like it only is in my head when it comes to me, right? Like, I think everybody in my life has things that they should be proud of. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Like I could pick things out. I could tell you things about Nora. I could tell you about Nora's kids, or my ex-wife, or whoever, my kids, everybody, right? I can say, oh, you know what, you're really good at this, and that should make you feel good. But I won't allow myself that, and so then naturally, of course, I started thinking about, well, okay, so those are maybe the good experiences that I'm not affording myself. And then, what about the bad things? Because, I don't feel like I've grieved since Dad passed, and like I don't, there's I don't know, bad. I mean, everything is gray, right? So everything is kind of bad. So I can't pick out another bad thing. But there's been experiences, things that have come up, even within the past month, that are like, okay. But like I don't feel anything for it. And like I wonder if that, can it coexist with not allowing myself to feel positive emotions? Can that coexist with just a numbing of bad emotions? Like I've just experienced so many of them that they don't register anymore. Like, can those two things coexist, or how do emotions work? Can you like, is there a way like I could learn to experience the positive emotions and still be numb to the bad emotions? Like, can that happen? Or like, can the floodgates open and all of a sudden everything is terrible again and I still don't feel the positive things? Like, is it like, do I feel everything or nothing, or some things, part of things, half of them, whatever? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what, I don't know what having a spectrum of emotions means or looks like or whatever. I don't know. I think back, I feel like I can remember times when like I was sad. Like I remember, maybe I've told this story, but my mom's dad was in the hospital, and he was really sick, and he was, he would he was towards the end. And I took a drive out to Massachusetts with my girlfriend at the time, who I can't even remember who it was at that time. We'll say it was Melissa, but I don't know. And we went to the hospital, as I remember it, to go see him. And like they told me that he hadn't been eating and whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go in. I'm going to tell him he has to eat. And I went in, and he was just so like gaunt is the word that I think of, like just, sunken facial features and just really like he hadn't been eating. And, I think I remember like telling him, hey, let's try to eat some and whatever. And, I don't even remember how lucid he was at the time. I just don't remember, right? Because I'm me. But I remember like I was like holding it together, and then like, whatever, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. And then it was like, okay, we're going to go now. And I got out, like just got out to the hallway, and I just like melted down into like, oh my gosh, that was like the worst experience ever. And I can't, I'm so sad. And just like really emotional. Like I think I remember that situation. I think that's a real story. But like, my dad was kind of in that way. And like I never had that reaction for him. And, so I don't know. I mean, Megan, my therapist, is like, well, maybe, that's just the way JP grieves now. And, we got into a deep discussion, like, okay, there's a spectrum on how people grieve, and I can accept that there are outliers, right? I mean, the bell curve of grieving, and, there are going to be people who are way overly emotional, who are like on the 30th anniversary of their mom passing, they're still like a ball of tears. And then on the other end, in the middle, you've got like whatever the typical grieving process is, whatever that looks like. And then way over on the other end, on the right side, we'll call it, are the people who just don't, like, grieving for them is just like cognitively, intellectually acknowledging, like, okay, someone has passed, or I've lost this job, or whatever you grieve for. And that's how they do it. And like, I totally accept like that is a thing, but to convince me that I'm me of one is that guy who's the outlier way out on the right side is just like, the odds are not good. That why would it be me? So like, I mean, there's got to be a lot of evidence to point me like that I am that guy, right? Like, that there is somebody there is likely, right? Guaranteed, right? Like winning the lottery. Someone is going to win the lottery, right? That odd is, 1 to 1, maybe, every now and then, it goes weeks and weeks, but, in general, every week, every 2 weeks, somebody wins the lottery. So 1 and 2, maybe. But the odds that I win the lottery are astronomical, right? So the odds that I am that outlier guy who is healthfully grieving is, and in a way that is just like, okay, this happened, I get it. And that's healthy, is, the odds that JP is that guy is astronomical. So I don't know that I agree with Megan on this just yet. Because I feel like I have evidence to the contrary, right? Like the story about my grandpa. And people change, right? So things change, but why do they change? Did it change because I've embraced the circle of life? Did it change because I am emotionally stunted because of years of depression? Is it whatever? I don't know. So yeah. I don't know. So I don't know where to go with this emotion thing. And then like, let's not even go to the question of like, am I sure do I need this? Like, do I need to function? Do I need to have the spectrum of emotions in my life? Is it, and I don't have the answer to that either. Like, I don't know. I haven't thought about it enough to know, like, is the spectrum of emotions tied to feeling of accomplishment? Like, are those two different things? Like, if I have a day where, like, the afternoon is just wonderful, let's say, and this, wow, this is really good. Maybe I work and a couple people say, like, hey, you did a really good job today. And then, I get home and Nora's had a good day and we have a good dinner or whatever. And, my girls call me and, hey, I got an A in physics or whatever. Then, like, will I lay down and I experience all those as good things? Would I lay down at night and say, wow, this was a good day, like, feel good about the day, as opposed to just, okay, sleep time is the best time. The best time is when I take my trazodone and I lay down in bed and put on my podcast that I listen to. Like, that is the best part of my day. I don't know. So, like, I guess, I question at times whether the pursuit of emotions is worth the time and effort. I don't know. Something to talk about at therapy this Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've talked enough here. We're at like 26 minutes, 27 minutes. And, once again, I feel like I'm boring folks, and, so I'm going to end it. I am going to tell you to go check out my friend Claire's podcast, Exercising Depression. She is wonderful. She has really thoughtful and personal stories that she talks about on her podcast. So exercising, like not exorcising, not like casting out the devil, but like lifting weights, exercising depression. And go check that out. And whoever else, I'm trying to think, Kate, I'm always thinking about you. I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure that you're still listening to podcasts, but if you are, hey, it's good to have my voice hit your ears. So get a hold of me. Let me know. Give me some feedback on this episode. Give me some feedback on life in general. Just generally say hey and let me know how you're doing. Jamulki@gmail.com, facebook.com/Jamulki, @Jamulki on Twitter and Instagram. There's still that website, jamulki.info. That's JAMOALKI. Or text me in the US, 248-648-1419. Worldwide on WhatsApp, +1 248-648-1419. I think that's right. So find me. Look up Jamulki all over the internet and you'll find me. That's also how you find me on TikTok if you're so interested. But for those of you who maybe want to see how goofy I look, put a face to the voice or whatever, good luck with that. If you get a chance and you think I've deserved it, give me a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, if there's a rating available. Maybe even leave a comment. Such things make the podcast more visible and maybe turn up higher on searches for folks who are looking for podcasts about depression or the things that I talk about. That'd be wonderful. You'd be helping out other people. Don't do it for me, do it for them. So that's going to be it. Everybody, thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble on as I'm soaking wet in my car. Thanks, everybody. Be safe and be well.